8 confusing words in the English language. Beginner's Ground Lesson. Hello there, how are you? I am Zanaba Hailun. I'm here today to teach you about the 8 most confusing words in the English language. In this lesson, I'm going to give you the meaning, rules, and examples for each of these words. So let's start. Some, any, or no. Much, money, or a lot of. A few or a little. These are the 8 words that are most confusing. Do you know what these words are called in the English language? Well, they are called quantifiers. A quantifier is a word or a phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity of something. So they can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. So let's start with the first section. The first section is for the words some or any. So I'm going to give you when you can use them and how to use them in the English language. Let's start. So we use some and any when you don't know or we don't know the exact number or amount of something. You can use them with both countable or uncountable nouns. If you are not clear with countable or uncountable nouns, stop now and go back and watch my video on this lesson and come back to this lesson later. So let me give you first the rules how we can use some, and it is easy. We use some in positive sentences when we don't know exactly how many or how much. So you can use them with countable noun, for example, some birds. You can even use them with uncountable nouns. Example, some cash. Let me give you some sentence as an example. First, with countable nouns. There are some trees. I've got some plasters. With uncountable nouns, there is some tea. We have got some cheese. Now let's continue, move on. Here we are going to see how we can use any or no. This is the most confusing 2 words that even non-native speakers or native speakers even get confused with them. It's easy. Any can be used in both negative sentences and question sentences. However, you can use no in negative sentences. Interchangeably, you can use any or no in negative sentences. When you come to any is only used in questions. So let us see some examples here. First, let us see how we can use them in negative sentences. So any or no can be interchangeably used in negative sentences, as you have said, with countable nouns. As an example, I haven't got any plasters. There aren't any books. Or you can say, there are no books. Don't forget, you're gonna get rid of the word not when you use no. So don't use both at the same time, because the word no itself gets a negative meaning here. That's why we're gonna get rid of the word not when you use the quantifier no. There aren't any tables. There are no tables. Now let's come to the uncountable nouns. We haven't got any cheese. There isn't any coffee. Or you can say, there is no coffee. They haven't got any money. Or you can say again, they have got no money. Well done. Let's continue. How we can use any in question words, sentences. First, let us see how we can use them with countable nouns. Have you got any plasters? Are there any trees here? Has he got any cigarettes? Are there any students outside? Now let's see how we can use them with uncountable nouns. Have you got any cheese? Is there any petrol in the car? Have you got any bread? Is there any juice? Okay. Before I proceed to the second section, let me give you a pronunciation tip. When we speak in the English language, we mostly use the short forms or what we call contractions because if they are more natural. These examples can be good for you. You can't say when you speak, I have got. You say, I've got. I have got. I've got. I've got. She has got. She's got. She's got. We have not got. We haven't got. We haven't got. He has not got. He hasn't got. He hasn't got. You are. You're. You're. You are not becomes yarned. Yarned. So this is how you can use contractions in spoken English. I hope this can help you to develop your pronunciation skill. At the same time, now let's good move to the second section. Here we are going to see the three most confusing quantifiers again: much, money, or a lot of. So as usual, we are going to see when and how you can use these quantifiers. So let's start with the first, when to use them. So we use much, money, and a lot of when we want to ask about an amount or quantity, and they are used for big amount of things. First, let's see a lot of. So we use a lot of for positive sentence only with both countable and uncountable nouns. And let us see some examples. First, a lot of with countable nouns. There are a lot of students in the class. So don't forget always we use there are with only countable plural nouns. Let's see how it can be used with uncountable nouns again. There is a lot of food on the table. So here again we use there is because it is uncountable noun. These are good rules you need to memorize and use them. Let me give you one more time a pronunciation tip. So when you speak again, we make a lot of lot, especially it is an American English or pronunciation or accent. They say lot, not lot of. Let me give you an example. I have a lot of friends becomes I've lot of friends. I've lot of friends. I've lot of friends. Lots of becomes lotsa. Lotsa. We have a lots of rules in the school becomes we have lots of rules in the school. 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 Now let's move on to the second word, that is much. Much is used to ask for something that we cannot count. So we use them with negative sentence and equations. And I use them with uncountable nouns like water, sound, money, salt, sugar, fire, music, oil, milk, and extra. Let me see first how you can use much with negative sentences. Let me give you some example. There isn't much pollution in my town. It's very dry in this region. We don't get much rain. There isn't much, only $100. We need to stop. We don't have much petrol. Now let's see how you can use much with questions. Is there much sugar in my coffee? Or again, you can use much with the question word how, as this example shows you. How much time do we have? How much sugar do you want? How much furniture is there? Let's move on. Now we come to the next word, that is money. Money is used when you want to ask for a quantity that we can count. So it can be used with negative sentences as well as questions, and it is with countable nouns that we can use this word. Example: flowers, rooms, books, parks, bags, and children, and extra. Let's see first how we can use them with negative sentence. Let me give you some example. There aren't many flowers in the garden. He is unhappy because he doesn't have many friends. It's a very small town, so there aren't many shops there. Now let's see how questions can be used with this word. Are there many parks in your city? Did you take many photographs when you were in Sweden? Again, you can use this word with the question word how, as this example shows you. How many carrots do you want? How many children are there? Well done. Now let's come to the third section. Here we are going to see how we can use a few or a little. Let's see the rules as well as examples. First, let us see when we use these words. So we use these words when we want to describe small quantities and amounts. Don't forget, you use a few with countable nouns, and you use a little with uncountable nouns. Let's see some examples. First, a few with countable nouns. Have you got any of those t-shirts in large size? Yes, we have got a few left. She likes a few songs by Teddy Afro. Can you please buy a few apples? Now let's move on a little how it can be used with uncountable nouns. These examples will help you to understand the use of this word. I have a coffee with a little milk. I really would like a little peace and quiet. We have only got a little petrol left. We need to go to the petrol station. Okay, this is all I have for you today. Thank you very much. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to just write your comments under my comment section. Until I see you next Friday, bye for now, bye bye.